what many call the greatest setting in college football. Husky Stadium in Seattle settled nicely between the Cascades and the Olympic Mountains, and it doesn't get much better or much louder than this. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Colorado State Rams, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Colorado State Rams offense will have the football first. A lot of times you run into these types of matchups, high-powered offense, big-time team against an opponent that's likely overmatched. So how do they keep this thing from getting ugly?
Well, everyone's going to have to elevate their level of play here defensively to have any chance in this one. And I'll tell you the hard part about stopping this offense, David, it's what Chip Kelly used to always say. It's a nameless, faceless opponent. They don't care who you are. They don't care what your record is. This offense comes out, and they are trying to embarrass you.
Well, the good thing is for this defense, it's been talked about all week, right? Like, you're not good enough. This is a high-powered offense. Like, the players' attention are fully caught, right? They know exactly what they're going against. Let's see if some emotion and adrenaline can really play a factor, and they play better than they have all year.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Rams line up to punt it away. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. Let's see what he can do with it. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So Washington's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
They're going to ride this running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Off play action. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. grab behind the line. It's Ross. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Dropping back, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Pulls it in, it's Avent. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to throw on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Looking for room at the 40. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
The Rams will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Got the 1st down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So 1st down here as they go back to work. From the gun, the ground game. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Quarterback empties his backfield. To throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. A strike downfield. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
I like a nice quick decision by your quarterback. See what the defense is doing, and again, know where that yellow line is. Go get to it and get the 1st down.
And the Rams have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking to get it in. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football all over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And the kick is good, and guys, we have ourselves a tie ball game.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Nice move to pick up yardage. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. The Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Williams looking for a man. Ball near the sticks. It's Evans. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Dances away to buy time. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll go to the air. Wide out trying to get it in. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now it's 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And they knocked through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. They put together an 81-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Back to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Finds his big tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Marshall. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Got it in the middle, it's Ross. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Looking downfield very late in the half. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They'll try to get it through the air. Bring in the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Rams will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Running back searching for a hole. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's head back to the gorgeous Pacific Northwest and the fellas at UW.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Here comes the offense on first down. On the run, it's Coleman. Turning it on! They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Williams will pass. He's taking the shot. Catching stride inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
And I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. With the run on first and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Washington! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Pulls and fires complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get that first down marker. They'll line up for a second down play. To the air, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Makes the catch, it's Avant. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Handoff from the gun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Play action fake. He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just inside the 10 at the 11. What a tough break for the defense. You get a hand on the football, and they still make a big play.
Man, how difficult is that? The ball is deflected. To be able to keep your eyes on the football, continue to concentrate from a fortuitous bounce, Reese. A nice break to him, makes the catch, makes the big play down the field.
Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Snags it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. From the gun on third down. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Williams looking for a man, floating away. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll leave it with him. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Boston.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Washington sends out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Gonna swing it on second down. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's complete to the left. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Rams will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Williams will pass. Under fire. Finds some fresh air. Smashes through the tackle. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that right there, probably the biggest play in this game so far. The offense has the lead, and they're just trying to run the football to run this clock out. But the defense able to knock it out, jump on it. Now all of a sudden, this game has a completely different feel.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Caught behind the line. It's Ross. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Trying to set up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Just keep slinging it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ross. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Back to pass, it's Fowler Nicolosi. And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. He'll keep it himself. Oh, look out, the ball's free. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere, it's a turnover.
And how about the defense coming through in the clutch? You're up. Maintain that lead. You've given up a bunch of yardage. What do? You bow your neck, create the turnover, get the ball back to the offense. Offense, go do your job. We're going to win this football game.
Quarterback's just going to take a knee.